Welcome to the Let's Make a 3D Movie in Blender 2.8 part 20. How is everybody doing? Hey, sorry. I'm just making some coffee real quick. I'll have myself a nice cup of coffee to get started. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. My name is Cedric and let's kick things off. So, last time you were busy blocking out our animation, right? So, and there's already some things to clean up here and there, but we're gonna have a first pause first and go through the entire animation first. Of course, I already kind of noticed that I'm used to kind of block out or animate humans more than I'm used to blocking out and animating dogs. That's gonna be kind of a challenge here. We already had one impatient viewer. But your impatience is a compliment to what we do here. Okay, everything's working. Stream is healthy. Grab my cup of coffee. Just like this. Yes. So what did you guys do in the weekend? Oh, there's not a lot of coffee. Nice. Eat something and take. I already ate something. I had a nice omelet sandwich. Yeah, so let's move on to our next shot, which starts here. It's kind of a long shot. So let's go to this frame. It is 553, and it ends at 5:30, I think. What am I saying? 6:30. So 553, yes, and yes. Oh wow, on the spot. Nice. So we want to move our character. Let's go back to this view so we kind of have a live action feedback. So it kind of comes out of frame. I kind of have to hide his feet though. What happens off frame with the rig doesn't really matter. The only time you would need to worry about this is if you have shadows being cast, because let's say our foot is over here, like like somewhere off frame, and we wouldn't worry about it, but the shadow cast on the tree would like reveal there is a foot being funky somewhere. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. But for the rest, it doesn't really matter. So we can move here. And let's respect our storyboards artist, which is me, and move our. We want to reset our. Yeah, we want to rather move him. Let's reset some stuff. I'm already gonna check where his eyes are for a second. Where's his eye target? Is this his eye target? No. Hello. Oh, it's still on the dog, right? Isn't it? Yeah, it is. There we go. Okay. Let's reset that. Yeah, maybe I should parent it to. So I'm just gonna reset the facial bones here. Maybe still gonna have him look a little bit to the side so that he's still like kind of like the storyboard kind of looking that way. I think it can be a little bit lower, fit into frame a little bit nicer, a little bit more against the tree. Let's see if this makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of like he's sitting down, like a motion. Nice. Had to give a time on tree to find a weakness in my art. There's no weakness in your art. You can do it. Every art is legit art. Let me get some milk for my coffee. Right. So I like a little bit of cashew milk in my coffee, so I'm just gonna plop that right into there. I'm just gonna have a sip of our coffee. I feel like a real Gleb Alexandrov at this point. And then he kind of looks, or it takes a while until he looks our way. Right, let me go back to, so that we can almost see it real time. I think I'm gonna do this a little bit earlier, so I'm gonna pop his head right over here. I should like maybe, what would make things easier, I think, is if in the boy hide the eye outer. Yeah, let's do that because it doesn't really matter, and then we can just see the eyes in this view, right? Oh, not really well though. A little bit bigger so it doesn't. Oh, the eyes are. There we go. Or is that the other way around? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Kind of looks like this, and then it looks like this. Nobody wants to be my friend. And maybe what we can do is have an extra. Oh, chimney cricket. Although you won't actually be able to see it, but let's move back to this keyframe and already move his arms down a little bit. I mean, it is in frame, so that should be kind of correctly placed. Okay, look good. I guess the shoulders could be hanging a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, a bit too much. Let's go back up here. Let's give him another blink. Just to, you know, just to liven this up a little bit. So let's go 2 frames forward. Reset. I go 2 frames back. Copy the pose. 2 frames, 4 frames forward. And now he kind of has another blink. Doesn't really matter where I put this one though. It's just like closing and opening. There we go. And then let's see how this looks in real time, because now, that's proper. All right. If you really want to simulate animating on trees, that's tree, like THREE. There we go there. Yeah, it looks a little bit nicer. Okay. So we have this shot, goes back, kind of looks at the dog, looks down, blinks. Let's look at the rest of the frame here. Yeah, looks good. All right. Next shot. It's gonna be our easiest shot. And our hardest shot in comp, I think. This goes to 681. Yes, perfect. Because this is just a transition shot between the rain part and just the rumbling part. And this even goes like to here. So we can just start animating here again. Although we can check if our character here is, yeah, so let's move him or her, you know. What games you like? Well, I've started playing Mountain Blade Warband again. I love that game, just because of the yeah, the amount of customization and all that. I've played some Overwatch. Let's run back a little bit. Oh, Shiva, what did you do? You used foul language? Did you say assets again? You can't say assets, you know that. Even my videos get demonetized if I say assets out loud too much. I wish I was kidding. Oh boy. So let's have him sit on a little bit more natural position, so that here it's kind of okay that we kind of see him. But I kind of want to point it away from the camera so we don't see an expression in the wide shot. You just might spot him, but it's a very wide shot, so it's very small in its frame. All right. Yeah, that's fine. So we can have this for 2 shots. Maybe we can even, when we transition to this shot, so we can have his head beam a little bit more down, so that when it transitions, it's like, hello. Yeah, that's not too like. I just reveal that he's sleeping in this shot. Okay, so 7 to 6 to, I think that's 769. Oh, one less, 768. I can't stop Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I've played Dark Souls 1 for a while, but it's a bit too much for me. Ah, delicious coffee. Just could have used some vanilla or caramel. I kind of have a sweet tooth when it comes to coffee. So he kind of sleeps here. So the idea is that lightning strikes, and then on the beginning of this shot, it's like, and he kind of here already jumps up. So the beginning of the shot, you want him sleeping. So I'm just gonna copy this to here already, and then here, close his eyes. A little bit more relaxed. I might like pull his arms forward. See how that looks. Maybe that he's just a little bit more cuddled up. I mean, I know that in this frame this is like sleeping a little bit off screen, but not sure if that makes a lot of sense. I am gonna hide his hand though, because we can make a shape key for so this looks. Yeah, maybe we'll bury his head. I like this. This looks nice. And really fast conveys the message that he's sleeping. And then here, we can kind of reset these. let's still have them. So the shoulders up because he's scared. Excuse me for that burp or what that was. Woo! Wow, thanks for the likes, guys. So this will be kind of. Oh, I haven't reset his jaws real well. Let's see here. Let's make sure that his jaws are reset here, right? So that he kind of looks normal. So and then here we can open it up again. Oops. On the x-axis. Come on. This is gonna be kind of a hard shot. And we kind of see that we still have some issues with the weight painting here. Or maybe it's because I haven't. Yeah, definitely. Definitely some issues we still need to fix. So let's save this. It's already saved as a new version though. Just in case I F something up. Other games that I play are I play Command and Conquer Forged Alliance. Somebody even pointed that out in one of my tutorials. You see the icon of Forged Alliance on my taskbar, and he was like, "Oh, you play FAF," and I was like, "Yeah." Haven't played it in a long time though. I really like the game, but like there's only so much you can do in that game, and then if it becomes too repetitive, I had the same with Overwatch. Like I played with a lot of friends, which is fun, and then you get into competitive, and you get harder and harder other people to play against. But then at some point it just stalls, and it just doesn't become as fun anymore. So let me like I need games that like move forward. I'm really a fan of narrative games. I'm really looking forward to Death Stranding. Yeah, which looks really promising. Because that game, like visually, just looks so amazing. So I opened up our boy file here again, right? And let's just move this like here, yeah. And then go into weight paint, and go into the mouth lower bendy, and then see what's going on here, right? So we might just blur this out a little bit more. Okay, that looks already way better. The problem is, of course, if you move it down too much, I think we just need to paint a little bit more on the lip, so that the on the downside of the lip moves equal. You can see we're animating and we're still like adjusting. This can happen because, of course, the most issues you will find on your rig is during animation. And normally, like big studios do animation tests for this. They do full test like in motion, so that the animators don't run into these issues. Because of course, they have to then go to it's a retake then for the riggers, and then it just drags along the process. So you kind of want to have your rig ready when you start animating. That's why they do this, all these animation tests, right? They move the character around, make them a couple of, have them perform a couple of stunts. And look, this already looks better. Okay. Yeah. So then we can move it way down before it starts breaking. I wonder what's happening. Yeah. Something I never tested was if you can power his lips together. Still see some issues here, but oh boy, yeah, okay. I want to stay clear from that territory. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Death Stranding. So now I can just save this, and in here, when this file is saved, I still wish there was a I'm checking out Blender 2.81, and there's a couple of fixes in there that should have already been in 2.8. Like in my opinion, it's like they people got so excited for 2.8 that they kind of, I think, pushed the release so that it kind of hit the wave of all the funding and all the news coverage Blender was getting, and that people were like, oh yes, now we can use it. Although I know that the reason they call it 2.8 is because they didn't want to make it look like this big release, but they did make it look like a big release. So that's kind of weird. Like, I think they should have maybe waited with a couple of features. But it's fine, right? I mean, just build Blender, just put new features. That's the beauty about Blender. You get updates when they're available, right? Some kind of. So yeah, we want to now open recent. Yes, I want to open this file again. And then normally, if we look at the same region, poof, looks way better. We still want to kind of have this not as extreme. The file manager is fair. Yes, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. And then, because like one thing that might be lacking in Blender is updates on released versions, which I don't know if they do. Do they do that? They might do that, but it's like the improvements they made in 2.81 as well, like small things like the icons and such. Like 2.8 is out. They don't update that, or am I wrong? Like I do know they sometimes do another release candidate if they find some. Come on, I'm saying not release candidates, but other releases. If you go to blender.org, I know it's still just 2.8 and not 2.8b or c or. And then they do these small updates in 2.81, and of course, because it's a new version and you don't want to update it in 2.8 and 2.81, it all makes sense, right? I'm not complaining that they're just doing something wrong. Blender story. After Rosendahl finished working on Neo Geo arcade machine, he wanted to create the Blender Foundation, but because his connections with the Japanese mafia, Akutsuki, yeah, had changed some things about the story. What? That seems a little bit BS, right? I don't think Ton Rosendahl, like, imagining Ton Rosendahl being connected to, like, a mafia group is the most hilarious thing I've heard. I think I should kind of look more forward to be, whoops, that's one eye. Yeah, to look more shocked, yeah, and then just move up his eyebrows. I'm not gonna bother with the hair for now. Increase the head. Yeah, that's one thing kind of like feel like I could maybe make in a future rig when we make new characters. Some more controls. I'm investigating more like other rigs that were made in Maya and stuff. I'm trying to translate those to Blender. I have to Google that now. I find this. Where did you come from? So what is your future plans of the series, bro? So once you make a successful short, I might take a break from making such a big project and just do streams where I do more sculpting and character creation, because I've really I'm really improving on that part in my free time, and I kind of want to share that knowledge with you guys. Yeah, let's animate further here. So he keeps kind of being shocked in this one, but I guess after a couple of frames it should be fine, right? Let's just it's kind of a cool expression, this. So maybe he now looks kind of up from where it came from. It's like, ah, might be even shorter, I think. Let's move these keyframes up. No, maybe a bit longer. Oh wait, we're not looking real time. Whoops. Yeah, so it was fine. Okay. Maybe we delay the eye movement with the rest of the so he first looks, yeah, might be a bit nicer. We still have some movement going on. And then here by the end we can just have his normal expression again. A bit of variation. I have him. I'm just checking the expressions. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna adjust some. There we go. And let's have him not look straight into the camera. So yeah, I'm first gonna do some small thing. Is all in this book turn? Yeah, okay. So Danilo Pereira, if you're finished with trolling the chat, the live chat, that'll be fun. But I mean, Ton is quite the oh, quite a meme. But I think like he's a good businessman. I think the Blender Foundation as well. It's a fine company. What is this? What is this shot about? What happens here? And how long does it go on? Wow, it takes a while until he gets up, huh? Man, this shot might be too long. We'll see. Hey Timsky, welcome to the stream. Do you have any storyboard screenplay online? No, actually not. I did write some scripts. This is my first full storyboard. I did, although no, that's not true. Okay, so a couple of things I've already done. I edited a lot of animatics, so a lot of storyboards I didn't paint myself, but I did edit for the last studio I worked in for a kid show. That was one of the things I did. So I basically took all the panels, like the JPEGs, and I just edited them with the voices that were talked in. Most of the time temp voices, just to figure everything out, even record some temp voices myself, just so that the episode kind of makes sense, follows the script, or maybe even play around with the director of the show to get a better story. Yeah. Yeah. So I've done that. I wrote personal. I've written a lot of. I'm just gonna hide the dog here, so he's not peeking around the corner. So let's get his arms back from earlier, right? So I'm just gonna go in here. When he's sleeping. Oh, that doesn't really make sense. He wakes up and then... let's see. Just pose it. Like he's still a little bit shocked. Like as opposed to the pose here where he's relaxed and the shoulders. The shoulders tell a lot about a person. Yeah, I've written some scripts, but I've never put them online. I guess because they aren't very good. I have worked on a lot of story concepts as well, like for games and shows and movies. None of them were executed. No, but Yeah, I think it's important, even if you're a 3D artist or a regular 2D artist. I mean, a regular 3D artist or 2D artist. I don't mean to say that 2D artists are regular compared to 3D artists. No, no. So to say that it's still important to know how to write stories. Not from a literature standpoint, but more like, why wasn't he moved on this frame? Silly me. Just to, yeah, get your creative juices flowing. Because if you're creating a character or creating a design, or even if you're doing like shading or modeling, or you always kind of have to want to tell a story. And one good exercise I found is we started playing D&D, which is it's fantastic. Like the stories that already came out of our D&D sessions. I mean, they're of course like personal. I'm already gonna give him this expression at the beginning of the. There you go. He's kind of looking sad a bit. Like he's. Shot screen is kind of weird. He only stands up here. I might make him stand up earlier. So let's get him in the most awkward standing up position. How does he stand up from this? Because in the end, there are no bad ideas. There are just there's just bad execution, I think. I think I might just. Oh, come on. Have him stand up like this. And then move his feet back. Although, I'll move this forward a little bit, that matches the. Oops. And here we can say that he's up. Yeah, it's fine. That conveys the fact that he stands up. Might be that I this pose maybe kind of shuffles his feet a little bit more to here. Kind of, and this pose is back up here. Yeah, gives a little bit more motion. All right. But I already, because I made this script to a random word generator, but I already have an idea for the next project. It's a little bit more fleshed out. And for so to answer the question finally, after this, for like a couple of streams, I will just be streaming me sculpting things or doing some other stuff. And then we'll start the next project before the year's end, maybe, or maybe at the start of next year, where we'll make the next short. And the next short is really gonna be, this is really a warm-up short, so to speak, to get me into the habit of using Blender. I mean, as a full pipeline, because I might have told you, but for this, in the studio I worked with, we used a bunch of different software. And now the challenge is, because I already looked into compositing off screen, and we might use a program called Natron, which is a open source compositing software. And I'm already looking on how to export frames from Blender to Natron so I can hook them through a decent color space. So we can actually, because with the tests we did a couple of streams ago, it didn't really go quite as good as we hoped. Let's make a game series. So we were thinking about that. The problem is, I want to show the entire process, right? And I think like a lot of viewers want to see the entire process as well. So he stands up here, and he kind of moves forward. So I guess I'll just make him walk here, like that. At the end of the frame, he's on the other third here. So a little bit back. Okay. Let's move that up here. That looks like he moves forward. So in between, I think that's a little bit slow. Yeah, so I might just because I want to have him still walking when he goes out of frame. It's a little bit of a long shot. There's 3 seconds, nothing happening. We can, so this might be the first time that we actually move all our cameras here, just to make the shot a little bit shorter. Can we do this? Yes, of course we can. So there we go. I think that'll be a more fitting. So now our shot length goes to. Yeah, we were thinking about doing a let's make a game stream, because the truth is we're also in the business, let's say, of making games. A little bit forward, but the problem is that like I'm not a developer, and Dave's not an artist, and then we kind of would have to do 2 streams. Also, Dave doesn't have at the moment the same time free time slots as me, so we couldn't really do like a dual stream. Or also working together and streaming, that process is kind of like once you're collaborating, it kind of becomes more of a yeah, a chore, let's say. What am I doing here? So I only kind of want to move these back here, right? So this can go here, right? No. Wait, let me do this properly. So let's move these together. Let's move these here, right? Let's reset the feed here. It's maybe a bit fast. So I'm gonna. Whoops. Can I control Z that? Yeah. Still have my camera selected here, so I can still move them a little bit backwards. So just the amount of work that would be to actually. We still want to make tutorials. I mean, Dave has something coming up, so be on the lookout for that. Don't want to make too much promises though. And I am also in the process of kind of making something more game related. The problem is really that yeah, it's kind of a hassle to let's already have him look where he wants to go. Maybe not that slanted. And then he kind of moves. I kind of want to move this a little bit further. It kind of looks off in the distance. But yeah, I think it's not interesting to do that in the stream forward. And there's of course a question of, oh, but are you gonna still do game tutorials? Yeah, sure. They might be coming. A lot is overlapping, of course. I edit videos with FFmpeg when I don't need to do fancy things. Yeah, well, yeah, I've also been thinking like how to edit this. There's a lot of free software that we can use. The only thing I'm really looking at is sound editing, so that we can put in a lot of decent sound. Right? Let's look this in frame, of course. I think this is kind of well. kind of walks off here. Kind of staring into the beyond, but I think maybe for the last shot we might have him look up a little bit more. He's looking down. He's looking up. I think there's a little bit more. Did you watch Ian Hubert's channel? Who's Ian Hubert? Ian Hubert. Oh yeah, the lazy tutorial thing, right? Yeah. Of course I watched it. It's funny. Yeah, it's. I kind of follow him on the lazy part where I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people go in error in making a lot of things too complicated. Let's go to the next shot. We'll, I think a lot of people try to make things too complicated, and I think the thing Ian is, or Ian, I must say, what 2.82 alpha is out? What are you talking about? Are you pranking me? Why am I googling this? Of course you're pranking me. It might be that the first alpha build is out for a couple of features. So now our storyboard, of course, is a little bit broken because what we did. So I need to grab my characters and my set here. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, so first things first, we need to find or impose mode. So okay, object mode. So can I select? Come on. Why can I not select this? Oh, no, don't do that. It's selectable. Yeah. Come on. Select. Am I still in? Oh, I was still in. Okay, so now I have the. Yeah. And do I have to go into edit mode to see its keyframes, or in draw mode? I should be able to see. Why am I not seeing its keyframes? Yeah, I know him. The quick tutorials are fun and nice. I only think like it works. Well, there's nothing bad to say about it. It works if you're kind of an experienced user. And I also once tried to start making like these short tutorials, like just showing, hey, here's an interesting tip. But the most feedback I got was that people didn't understand, people wanted more explanation, and that I had to take my time to explain things. Oh, okay. So 2.81 beta is out and 82 alpha. Okay. Yeah, I believe you. I've been using 2.81 to do sculpt because sculpting in it is way more. Yeah, it's so satisfying. It's the I shouldn't say controls, I think, but why do I have the timeline twice? That's weird. I thought it was a dope sheet. Wait, this is a timeline? So these are both timelines. Why don't I see the keyframes down here? Oh, I do. Okay. So what if I go to the dope sheet? It's the same view. That's weird. But then I should be able to see in the dope sheet. No. Well then. Okay, well, anyway, I need to take a quick break, so I'm just gonna leave you with our boy for a second. Winking at you. There you go. Let's add some text. Be right back. There you go. Be right back, guys. Hey everybody, and welcome back. So, okay. Yeah, let's go back to our animation here. Thanks for the likes, guys. Okay, so yeah, what I wanted to do was move the frames of our. That was something we. Oh wait, yeah, I know what's happening. Grease pencil. There we go. Right. So what happened here? What we have to compare now is our next shot already starts here and it only starts here. So what we're gonna do is just grab all the keyframes from the two layers, the one prior to that. There we go. And I'm just gonna grab these two and these are gonna be here. So then our I might just move these two up as well. Their storyboards kind of matches our yeah, so now the rest is the same again. Okay, cool. So that's what I was needed to do. So then we actually don't need this, right? Can just work on this timeline. Cool, we learned something today. So yeah, what I might do after this is done is to yeah, start sculpting on stream and do a couple of sculpt tutorials and make a couple of characters. So the thing we just need here is like here, him popping out. This might be there we go. So I might cheat this a little bit by having him. It's gonna be kind of hard to portray this well. You see that the character is very small on screen, right? So what we might do is grab the camera. Object mode, camera, hello? Are they not enabled? Oh no, they're not visible because yeah. Okay. And move this like 250 is good, but I just want to move this way closer. There we see what's going on here. We actually see him decently in frame, right? This is gonna be a hard shot with light as well. So I need this eye target. He's moving, looking up. He's kind of still floating. Just moving down. Let's tweak it a little bit. Then his eye target. Have him look towards the camera. Hello? Is that not correct? So yeah, now he looks kind of disinterested. Let's have him look a bit more up. Have him raise his eyebrows. And maybe I'm just gonna hide some layers here. Open his mouth just a little bit. So that he's like, what's going on, you guys? And the rest of the frame is fine. I think he's kind of breaking his neck here, but from the standpoint that we're looking, he's also kind of breaking his neck. So the thing we might do here is actually compensate a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. Then it flashes. Then move on to the next shot. Yeah, it was it's one shot, one frame too many. There we go. And then in this, he kind of gets scared. It's gonna be a little bit harder animation as well. Again, let's hide our cameras again. So I'm gonna put him a little bit closer so he looks to be at the edge of everything. I'm gonna have him rotated more towards the camera. Man, would you look at those legs? And kind of really want to have him jump up actually. Scare, jump. Let's see if I find some reference images here. Nope, I only find creepy, very creepy monsters. Hello there. Don't Google scare, jump. Although it might be interesting, yeah. I don't think it makes sense maybe that he's really jumping. Let's have him, let's reset his feet and reset the that is kind of maybe falling a little back. So just kind of protecting himself against the thunder, which of course no man can do, for Thor, god of thunder, is almighty. See how this looks in frame. Terrible. Okay. Yeah, let's move on his arm a little bit. Let's reset his neck. Let's have him turn a little bit towards camera. Let's exaggerate a little bit. Maybe have him stand on his tiptoe. Talk to me, baby. Yeah, I listen to DNC. What's up with that? Make your own conclusions. Just kidding. So we kind of want to start like this, maybe. Pressing double R, so you can have the rotation, the trackball rotation, which I find really handy. I'm gonna turn on my screencast key so you can see what I'm doing. If you just press R, it's gonna rotate with the camera's point of view, but if you press double R, you can actually rotate it like it was a... The way it feels is, if you can imagine, if you have a ball, and you would kind of put your fingertip on it and then rotate it around, right? It kind of feels like that. And it's really great, especially for like joints like the head. You can just like rotate this way better in another position. And then of course if I wanted to rotate it a little bit that way. So you basically have, by pressing R you can switch between rotation modes. And it's really, really handy, in my opinion. So let's see here. I'm already gonna put him in this pose, and then we're just gonna animate in between. So we kind of want to have him halfway up the tree. We might be a little bit creative with this. I'm just gonna go here, already place the feet. Have him down here, his knees down here. Have him crawling. I'm gonna enable the backbones again. So it's a little bit of counter animation. Oops. And then his arm is gonna be on. Zoom in a little bit again. So let's make this make sense. To rotate this around. Yeah, something is flipping out here. So let's just do... Me not seeing the thumb is kind of a problem. Okay, there we go. That's better. Then we kind of want to make sure that he's on the floor. Can kind of exaggerate his toes maybe a little bit. Oops. X-axis. There we go. So from far this looks, I mean, he's kind of small in frame, right? So it's, we can do in between here is have him somewhere, well, in between, facing more the direction he's going. Have his other foot on the floor. Have his other foot back here. A place that makes sense. And have him kind of flailing around. Give the reason why he's fallen down a bit more sense. Right? Does that make sense? It makes sense. Of course, you want to move his eye target here, because you're gonna see it a little bit, I think. So in the first frame here, should be kind of like looking forward. Then shouldn't be really looking anywhere. Let's move this to the correct frame. Then here, it's fine. You don't see the eyes. Talk to me, baby. Let's lose our minds and go frickin' crazy, because I can't say the F word. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just use go frickin' crazy instead of go crazy crazy in that song, you know? This is not a music channel. So now we kinda, let's check the timing of this. It's like, oh, it could be a little bit longer. Oops. Select all our bones here. There we go. Oh. That conveys the message. And then we can have kind of the sound fading out here. Yeah, fine. We're almost halfway animating. Hoorah. Well, not animating. We're halfway blocking the scene shots out. I'll make an entire video about this made up surf Ton Rosendahl. Yeah, good luck. I will watch it if you make it. If it has some sense of productional value, I will watch it. So here we kind of come up in a pickle, because here we kind of don't see that far. It's kind of fine here how it looks. We'll do some shape keys for the code and all that, but here it has to look a lot better. So I'm just gonna go in here. It might be that I hide some stuff. Oh, I only now see that his entire hand is flipped, so what is going on? Why is your hand flipped? Is it because of your shoulder? No. Why is your hand flipped backwards? Oh, it's just your hand joint. Okay, cool. Like, even then, it shouldn't be flipped so hard. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Hey Mitchell, are you so happy? Yeah, it's great to hear that you're getting better in Blender. All progress is valuable progress, and yeah. I mean, I also think like every artist comes to this point where progress seems slow, and you really have to get yourself through that. So one bone here is going freaky. Oh, because yeah, kind of have the finger bones here. Yeah, why is this one bone always the pinky bone? Did I not fix this on the other hand? I thought I did. There we go. Yeah, I think the let's see here. Something's not right. Oh, there we go. Come on, why is this? Why are the hands going freaky? Yeah. Keep on hoping. Little kink by the ocean. Don't anybody dare explain to me what that song is about. Okay, so now just going to fingers a little bit up. He's grabbing his head, and then the shape keys will do an animation. Once we're happy with that pose, maybe we can put his head a little bit more down. Or you know what? Let's do this with the entire spine. So that in frame, it looks nice. Yeah. Just kind of here cowering on the ground. We can maybe enable the camera here. Or no, what, the camera's fine. Because I was thinking like moving the camera down a bit so he's on this cross section, but once he stands up, he's gonna be there. Let's make sure everything's on the correct frame. The first one it is. Let's move on a little bit like this though. Yeah, we see a little bit more of shape. Greeting, Belgium man. Greetings, Scott man. How are things in Scotland? Oh wait, that's actually a thing. Oh, that's great. Does the name Scott come from like from Scottish people? Did like a regular bloke called Greg moved to that came from Scotland, moved somewhere else, and people just kept on calling him Scott, so he was like, okay, I guess Scott is my name now. So here his stomach runs like, and here he stands up on his knees. So it's gonna be an interesting pose to do. Oh man. Guess I'm gonna move him a little bit like this and move his knees a little bit outward. Yeah, reset the rotation on this. You want to respect his point of gravity here. So he has his hands in this shot still on the floor. So let's try and do that. Although I think that might not be so interesting from a cinematic point of view. Yeah, but the full name is Scott on. That's nice. Do you ever Scott off? Sorry. No, just kidding, man. Scott. Is that an Scotten or Scotton? Scotten. I guess it's Scotten. Yeah, has to be. So let's do an in between, right? So let's do one where he's standing up, and one where he's then really stood up. Then so he'll have his hands like this. And then we can just adjust the shoulders to actually move him to the floor. Because the shoulders are gonna be a little bit slanted here. You might be wondering, why are you blocking it out first and not animating it fully in the first place? I think to keep myself motivated as well, because it's kind of an issue. Man, why is this still broken? I thought I fixed this. Like the pinky's not even acting really well. It's because I think once I go to the refining stage, it's a little bit more fun than animating it fully from the floor up. Also, kind of it's a little bit better as well, because we can kind of check out everything in the blocking phase, and then if it doesn't make sense, we can whoops, just want to reset rotation. He's like, yes, mighty tree, help me. The important thing is to keep having fun, people. Stop, wait a minute, fill my cup, put some orange juice in it. We're a good channel here. He kind of looks down a little bit. He's like, why's my stomach rumbling? I think the expression kind of works here as well. Even where he's looking, maybe a little bit more like, I can almost look down at his stomach. Let's move this one down, let's move this one up so the expression reads a little bit stronger. Yeah. I know how you look, I'll find you and I'll greet you. Watch out. Yeah. You know, as far as strats go, it's one of the nicest things anyone has ever said to me. I'm gonna move the knees a little bit, and I'm gonna move them in here because oh, something is being animated here. No. We want everything to be constant. Yeah. So it goes a bit fast. Let's move that a little bit away from each other. And then maybe let's signal this a little bit better now that he has his hands free. That something is up with his stomach, right? So let's have him move this out a bit, move this in again. And then I hope it kind of translates well. Let's see how this looks in frame. Yeah, this is nice. If we had to raincoat for a second, that's not the raincoat we've hidden. Yeah. With the raincoat, it looks fine once we fix everything. Yeah, it's fine. He's fine. Alright. I'll put in some music. It's been really quiet here. Now I'm hearing strange noises. I'm trying to ignore them. If I ignore the monsters, they go away. This is a lot of Japanese symbols on it. Ah, yes. Some nice music from Howl's Moving Castle. Ah, beautiful. Like the Ghibli films have beautiful music. Like if you ever want to listen to some nice music, or watch nice movies, watch the Ghibli movies. That's Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away. What other movies? Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky is one. Oh, there's many others. My favorite one would be Howl's Moving Castle, I think, because it's so out there in design and storytelling. It's like Japanese storytelling in itself is very different from Western storytelling, and I think that draws a lot of people to like anime and to Japanese stories in general, because it just has such another way of storytelling where we have our hero path. I mean, if you're kind of into storytelling, you know this circle or this 3-act structure of the hero's journey that everything kind of follows, right? It's basically the hero. Love their piano stuff. Spirited Away, yeah, it's definitely it's my second favorite, I guess. Like the food in Spirited Away is amazing. Oh, it's so good. It's kind of put the camera a little bit higher. This is the close-up, right? So let's start from this frame. So let's just copy paste. Let's go to this. Just copy paste. That's one way to do it. But yeah, I'm wondering, is this camera? It's camera 8. So that is used somewhere else, right? No? Oh, it doesn't seem like it. We haven't done that many shots actually. I was trying to figure out if we use this camera somewhere else. Like, it's too bad that you can't see like select all cameras with the same name. Because I need to be more careful when moving these cameras, especially later on. Camera 12, I'll have to keep in mind. It's used a lot. Because this one is quite of a drastic change. It's not like reframing a little bit. But I think we're kind of safe. If I can see where camera 7 is being used, then we'll be fine. Because camera 5 is over here. 6, 7, oh 8. Okay, yeah, it's fine. So we can just move this one because it needs to be a close-up at where we were. I mean, I could have moved the character up there, but it wouldn't really have made sense. So let's also move to 70 millimeters for a close-up. I kind of want to look down a little bit more on the character, so I'm just gonna move this a little bit on the rotate a little bit on the x-axis. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So the thing about like the hero's journey is your hero. Let me see if I can know this out of mind. Like the general rule is like the hero is somewhere, something changes in the surroundings, or he encounters something, like a lot of people call this the inciting incident. He is kind of forced on this journey, and then he encounters obstacles, but he can't overcome them, or overcomes them in the wrong way, and then he falls down. Like this is called the Dark Night, not night as an N-I-G-H-T. Like he's kind of sorrowful, and like at those lowest points, then he kind of has to reinvent himself. And he goes back onto the journey to face his biggest threat once more, just to overcome it with his newly found wisdom or strength, or newly found attribute, and then overcomes that obstacle and goes back to where he comes from. And I think like for a lot of old Disney stuff, that is also true. Like the Disney princesses even go through that journey. Like some more than others. I think Snow White is the perfect example of a main character not doing much in their story. Like I've rewatched Snow White like I think a year or 2 years ago, and I was just like, wow, this character does nothing. Basically, Snow White she runs from the castle away from her stepmom, then moves in with the dwarves, and the only thing she does is cook and sing and clean. Like the cooking and cleaning is also kind of like, oh yeah, that's what a woman should do. And then she just gets poisoned, she falls asleep, and then like the dwarves save her, and together with the prince, but the dwarves in the end like destroy the witch, and then they kind of mourn about Snow White, and then the prince comes to kiss her. It's like everything that happens to her has to be solved by somebody else. Like even in the original story, I don't know if was this in Disney version 2 that the hunter couldn't kill her because he felt sorry for her. But it's like she doesn't do anything. But then this gets a lot better, of course, in the later stories, like Mulan is a good example. She goes through this hero's journey, right? She first goes from her family to her. Let's animate a little bit whilst I'm reciting this. I'm just gonna pose his eyes a little bit better in this shot. Also, let's save a new version, right? Mulan kind of goes from her like she's raised to do what women do in China in that age, but she kind of wants to honor her family in other ways, which I was kind of bothered with, because in the end it's just so here the water splashes on him. Kind of want to have something in between, yeah. Like kind of realization of what happens. and that he's hungry. And then she's kind of forced on, which, like, my point is that I kind of would have liked that she didn't want to be different, that she was kind of like fine with being a woman in China. But then because her father got sick, she kind of has to, this inciting incident of her family has to send someone, that she takes her father's sword and keeps the honor for her family. But now it was kind of motivated more by personal beliefs than it was of because she wanted to protect her father. So it's kind of a weird thing, maybe. Like a lot of Disney films have this, oh, but I'm different kind of feel to it. So yeah, I love anime, except the really weird ones and those with extremely flat characters. Yeah, the things I don't like about most Hollywood movies. They are pretty much all the same except the cast and slight care. Hello, Vikas, how you doing? As anime often has those extremely stereotypical characters. I am facing a problem to set cameras in the scene. What's your problem? Ask away and I'll solve your problem for you. Yeah, I kind of want to make him express that he's hungry. Yeah, although I saw this, there's this YouTuber, amazing YouTuber, which I forgot her. Alan. Oh, what's her? Alice. Oh, come on. Lindsay Ellis. There it is. Lindsay Ellis, she does like autopsies of movies really, really well. And although she might be kind of pushing it a little bit, she's always comes from a very good standpoint. She doesn't like, she observes the climate around the making of a movie. She's like, huh? Ooh, I think I'm hungry. And then this expression is gonna be hard, I think. Let's have a bit cute. It's fine. And she kind of made a point that, I think it was her, that it used to be that movies were about getting things back to normal. Just kind of moving his upper lip. She's kind of like annoyed. So like older Disney movies are about getting things back to normal. That's getting things back in the order they were used to have. And I kind of had to disagree a little bit because a lot of Disney movies do have that kind of the change happening in the world. Although she kind of makes a good point how this is about like Beauty. I think like a couple of examples I'm thinking of is Beauty and the Beast is about undoing the witch's spell, so getting things back to normal. There isn't a change in class systems. There is the change in the people being more getting more access to the castle, and or the prince really going doing something a lot better for the people. Now it's just like he's still a prince. She becomes a princess. Happy ending. So with Cinderella, she just marries the prince. And I also think like Mulan a little bit. It doesn't change anything about for women in China. It just, okay, Mulan is a good warrior and she's honored for that, but that doesn't kind of want to have this expression a little bit better. Although in newer movies, especially Pixar movies, it's about changing the society, changing the environment. Have you seen a new Joker? I have. I saw it yesterday, actually. We just saw the new Joker. We actually wanted to go a little bit earlier, but we didn't get tickets soon enough. Man, I would like the squash and stretch option now. Can I just... Yeah, let's just squash his head like this a little bit. And then have him open one eye. And look a little bit more up. Yeah, so we saw Joker last night. Holy moly, was that a roller coaster of a movie? It was that was crazy. Yeah, I really liked it a lot as well. Like, okay, I might have overdone this squash part a bit, but let's go a little bit lighter on it. But I like it kind of. It's like I'm wondering why his neck kind of disappears here. Yeah, I won't say too much about it because I don't want to spoil the movie for other people watching. But my no spoiler review is 9 out of 10 because it was really great. The only thing I didn't quite like as much, I think, was some of the dialogue. I think sometimes the words or the phrases. I think there's so much good material in the books of how the Joker kind of sees things. And although this was a very different take on the Joker, I think I also saw a podcast by a Funhouse about Joker, where they made the point that he's normally the Joker, although he's crazy, he's kind of a smart psychopath, like a smart sociopath, and he kind of plans things out and knows what he's doing. Whilst this Joker was kind of a more, well, he was mentally ill, but he was also not very smart. And I think that kind of it's fine, but yeah, it kind of misses, and that makes the dialogue a little bit more clumsy, which makes sense just looking at the character, but it's a little bit jarring at times. Oh, this is rotated again. Okay, there we go. Especially like, yeah, I won't say anything because I don't wanna spoil it, but it was a very good movie. Like, it didn't bother me at all that much during the movie, except maybe during the climax. But it's yeah, it's a different take on the Joker, but it's definitely worth a watch. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's a hell of a ride. So then we have, let's watch this in real time. It goes a bit fast, right? So let's move things a little bit. It can go a little bit faster, so. Kind of break down the rhythm a little bit. So maybe here we want to squash the body a little bit as well. So put up his shoulders, and only here have them move down again. Yeah, shoulders are a big part of Hey, Thomas Potter. Sorry, I always want to say it. I love when Malfoy says Potter. You must have gotten it all out. I'm sorry to to make you relive a couple of childhood traumas there. Yeah, but hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, guys. Here we have like squash, and it's like, oh, because it's this raindrop falling on his head. It's gonna be kind of a pickle to animate that, because here, like, it splashes. Right. So here we have a shot coming from above again, and I think we chose this because, never mind. Let's select this camera. Have this in a position where this actually is kind of a nice position. You see kind of a branch and the leaves. Yeah, I really like the shot. Hope this looks as good in the final render. We'll see, and otherwise we'll fix it. I think this is 1175. One frame. No, it's perfect. Okay. So here we kind of want to move the character here. Make sure he's still sitting on the floor. I kind of want to have him facing the same direction. Kind of keep the framing of the shots consistent. Hello, Ji Hao Yao. I hope I pronounced it correctly. We watched the final episode of Legend of Korra yesterday as well. But we watched the first episode with... oh, no, wait, yeah. No, we read one of the comics afterwards. And there's this character called Julie, which you would just think is called Julie. But it's the Chinese way of spelling that, which is like ZHU space LE. Which is kind of interesting if you think about it. That I think the normal Western Julie comes from the French word jolie, which means pretty. I think a lot of words come from some sort of language being pretty, or let's have his arm facing a little bit more down. So keep in mind that you also kind of always want to check where the reset rotation is, because if you keep animating, you kind of start forgetting where the original position was, and it will look a little bit more jarring. This is fine. I think I can just rotate this a little bit down. See how this looks. There could be a little bit more wonder on his head. Let's Julie, do the thing. I love Eric. He's such a great character. I kind of want to spoil that, of course, as well, but I kind of want to have him look directly at the camera, or fake that he looks directly at the camera. I think I kind of want to move the eyes a little bit separately. Yeah. That looks fine. Message retracted. What did you do? Shiva, why is it always you? What are you always typing? Are you being a naughty boy? Good. Oh, I got disconnected from the chat for some reason. Am I still in the chat? Hello! I'm still in the chat, right? Type a smiley. Type assets and get kicked out of my own chat. No, that still works. Weird. Weird. Didn't. Although no, I put assets on a. Yeah, just for people who don't know the context of that, like a couple, like one of the first streams, we had a lot of issues with let's disable relationship lines because, jeez, a lot of issues because we were talking about assets and asset management. Every time somebody typed assets, they would get banned from the chat. I'm just gonna refresh my live streaming page and hope that doesn't end the stream in some kind. No, it's fine. Oh shoot, we just tapped the clown face. Okay, I'm back in the live chat. Cool. And then we start calling it butt sets. Because, you know, that makes more sense. Yeah, okay, everything is fine. Okay, good. Kind of looks up here, and I think that's it for this shot, right? We don't want to really a lot of movement. Oh wow, I have to be in this, otherwise I don't see him. What did you do? Shiva. Yeah, the next one's gonna be a bit hard because we have this moving frame. Yeah, but I think this is fine for now. So let's go to the next one. And then 3. No, 12, 9 inches. That's a long shot. A lot happening in the shot as well. So we even have a moving camera. Kind of want to move him here. So it's like cheating him around the set, but it won't bother us. As long as we keep the lighting a little bit consistent, coming from the same directions, and the character kind of looks in the same directions. The only thing we want to keep consistent is a starting pose and end pose from the previous shot. To some degree, because we don't want to... I mean, you might even choose to actually, in this shot already, have him, so that maybe something is happening. I'm gonna copy a pose from earlier. Yeah, this one, exactly. So I'm just gonna go in here, select these, and select the arms, and select the hands, and the head, and the neck. And I'm just gonna press Ctrl C, then go over here, press Ctrl V, and the next keyframe did it as well. Let me move this up a little bit so that he already is. No, let's start a little bit earlier. Doing something. Let's watch this in real time. Yeah, that's fine. So poof, and cut. So we kind of cut in action. So that's also a tip. You always want to cut in some sort of action. That's it's always a natural way of cutting. And also makes animation a little bit easier. Because you can cheat away a lot of in-betweens. Who wants another cup of coffee? Let's have another cup of coffee. I like it when I drink a cup of coffee. Oh yeah. For some reason, my girlfriend decided to buy decaf coffee. And I was like, we just have hot cocoa. Like, why would you drink? Why would you drink decaf coffee if you can drink hot cocoa? Right? Who's with me? Alright, let's wait until that button turns green. A little bit more coffee this time. Come on. Alright. This must be so exciting for you guys. This was a stream where nothing happens on screen and we just hear somebody make coffee in the background. There we go. Back. In the meantime, hundreds of viewers have left the stream. Just kidding. I'm happy you guys are staying whilst I'm making coffee. I usually never drink coffee, but today I'm feeling like drinking coffee. I got kind of accustomed to the taste. Yeah, because the thing that's happening here is that he's still on his knees, and I kind of first want to have him stand up. Although they would like kind of have the same pose, but with his knee here. Oh, he's not even like touching the floor here. Awkward. Oh boy, that's not gonna work. Oh, because his shoulders are still a little bit. Oof. So his body rotate a little bit, just a little bit, and make sure his hands are on the floor. This hand is fine. Can tweak it a little bit, rotate it, yeah. Put this hand, poof, there it is. Make sure the thumb doesn't disappear into the floor. Maybe spread it out a little bit. There we go. So now he's in the standing up position. Hey Omar, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. That nostalgic music though. Yeah, I know, right? It's the you're talking about the Wii team, or yeah, it's the Wii team, right? All right. So here he kind of jumps very fast to his first one, but I think I already moved the camera a little bit slower to the left, yeah, than the storyboard. It kind of makes sense that he stands up first. So let's reset his arms here. Okay, almost done with Inktober, and I come back to working on my game and new animation web series. How is your short coming along? Well, we're over halfway blocking out, so as you can see here. Whee! You just make a time lapse of what's happening. But it's going fine. I kind of want to give him this Naruto run pose. And have him look, where's your... Oh. Where are your eyes? Ah. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, those drops are also gonna be a pain to animate. Kinda want to have him really lunging for something, so I might overdo his pose a little bit. And then he's gonna be over here with this foot on the ground. This foot being, and the drop going to the floor. Oh my god, a bit too much. Why are you moving so much? I concepted day 21, 26 yesterday, and I will probably do the last 5 days today. Yeah, I'm on day 7. Or day 6 even. I haven't done... yeah, I have to catch up. I might do this evening, if nothing else to do, so... yeah, there's some other work to do as well. So we'll see how far we'll get along with the stream before I so now the drop has dropped to the floor. Says wrong way around again. Yeah, there we go. She's kind of like maybe in this one he should be stretching his arms out. And here we can be like, oh no. Why does he? Okay, move this here. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, this doesn't make a lot of sense because here he pushes off with his right feet, but now this one is in the air. So let's just do this the other way around. Actually have him closer to the ground. Whoops, wrong bone. And let's move this foot forward. Let's reset the knee positions here. Let's see if this makes sense in 3D. This is gonna make more sense because it's going push, push. Let's keep the direction in which he's pushing. So push. I think like his foot is moving a little bit too much. Yeah, and then it makes much more sense that this foot is on the floor. This foot is still like strumpling a little bit backwards. Let's see where the drop is. Right. You can imagine that he's following the drop with his eyes, and here he's kind of standing here again, looking down. He's like, what? Yeah, I do 2 per day after work during my live streams. Oh, cool. My motivations to do it more than spending a lot of time trying to do award-winning illustration. It's quite the commitment. Oh wait, I read your sentence wrong. My motivation is to do it more than spending a lot of time trying to do award-winning illustration. Yeah. So iteration is kind of important. You don't wanna overdo it with that philosophy. Why does it seem like his shoulders are so slumped? You want to iterate a lot, but keep do also try to Cedric is focused. Do try to also like finish your artworks, right? And put effort in. I mean, not saying that you're not, but so here now his smudge should be closed, right? Okay. It's like, whoa, what happened here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a whoopsie. So he moves his right foot here, but then I kept the yeah, it should be this one. So I'm gonna move the frames here. I think maybe in this pose a little bit more forward, so that it's just the step kind of makes more. And then in this one, maybe his foot can still be slouching a little bit behind, so it's still coming in. And I think he has to make a little bit more air. So like this should be rotated a little bit more. Maybe be airborne a little bit. The problem is that he kind of makes it jump and then now it slumps, but it should be a little bit up here. Yeah. And then this one should be a little bit more to the right. Okay. It even makes sense here to actually have the other foot come in a little bit behind. So this is kind of already the next step, right? Yeah. So poof, poof, poof. And we might do an in-between here, where we already put the foot forward. Kind of straighten him out already here. Oh, I'm being called. We are back. Oh, wait. My brother called me, but there was no voice on the other end. Oh, he's calling again? Hello everybody, I'm back. Just a short phone call with my brother, sorry. He's really desperately looking for an episode of something from National Geographic. Maybe in this shot his eyes are closed. I don't know why, I just feel like it. But he can't find it anywhere. And it's such a shame, like he wants to pay money for it, but he can't find it anywhere, and it's like, it's a bit annoying. Here, we can open his eyes up again. Kind of bring back his neutral expression here. Oh, come on. They just... Oh no, they're here. So let's fix in frame. It kind of looks a bit forced, so I am gonna go and reset the eyebrows here. And maybe already close his mouth a little bit, that we smooth into that. Maybe have it a little bit open here. Whoops. Strange things are happening. Now here, can have him already rotated a little bit. And then rotate his body. It's like, what? Let's go in here and rotate this without breaking the entire, what's going on? I think we have to kind of rotate the character a little bit more. Already have this foot maybe go up, and his eyes are here a bit further. Oh, Amar, you left some text. Oh yeah, no, it's still the same. Put one of the other, da-dun, da-dun, soon you will be walking out the door. No. I don't know where it comes from. Oh, you're combining the Inktober things. Yeah. Yeah, I know Julian does this for Sculptember, that he combines certain days to make one sculpt of multiple days of like talking Julian Kaspar, of course, hero of the free people. This is kind of drastic. It's like so might soften this up a bit and make his head turn maybe a little bit. So I think, and maybe already kind of prepare for this here. And then the camera. Also, what are you doing in this shot? There you go. It was from this Bing Crosby holiday stop motion animation from the late. Ooh, I do Sculptember and the one in January also. Yeah. Oh yeah, Zach. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do Sculpt January. I mean, we in a very broad sense. So Zach definitely yeah, like, made this a real thing. Because this also came kind of from CG Boost, where we kind of, you know, have the same people with the same interests. Am I listening to the piano version of Country Roads? What? Take me home. Why is there's a soft piano version of Country Roads in this Ghibli playlist? Yeah, it is. Wait, I'll copy the link to the point that I'm talking about in the chat here. Listen to this and tell me that's not Country Roads. I thought this was from the movies, which is just like pop music in a nice Ghibli style. Mama, take me home, country roads. Maybe he kind of looks a little bit more focused here. Biting his lip a little bit. I am 50, so I don't know much of new music. I think Country Roads is not new music, man. I mean, that is a... don't know if that's a very old song, but I mean, that is a very popular song. You know, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. So I kind of want to place him here already. Reset this for a second. Yeah, because he's not really facing that way, is he? Our character is not pleased. This should be the new thumbnail. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep this one. Let's go here, view, viewport, render image. Yeah, image, save as. I'm gonna put this on the post reference. Right, there's an error. Uh-oh. Not placed. There we go. I'm not that hip. Okay, I hear you now. That wasn't Tom and Jerry cartoons. Could be. That's so fit. So I'm kind of not following the beats of the storyboard, but I think I already kind of intended that. Let's have a wow, Jesus, something is really okay. There we go. There's the neck. This song is still going. It's amazing. No, this one forward. Country road. This is not that extreme moving. Let's go a bit like. Let's make his pose a little bit more going. Extreme in that. And here we can have him fully pulling, but then his foot getting stuck, maybe a bit forced here. And he kind of wants to open his mouth. Let's see how this looks from camera. That's fine. And then here, he kind of launches himself. I kind of want to move him here as well, right? Launches himself. That's gonna look weird, I think. Yeah, this one should not be as high yet. That's like, it goes until now. Yeah, we should find some in between here. This one, where is your animated constant? There's this playlist of Maroon 5 numbers, but it's like jazz covers, and it's only jazz covers of Maroon 5 songs, and it's so amazing. I found it while I was looking for so let's really stretch them out here. So here we might rotate this a little bit, so we don't have to rotate this as extreme. And it's like, yeah, let's do this. Maybe this one you can already be a little bit further. This isn't this one, just make the transition a little bit smoother. I'm gonna have him flat on his face here. Oh, his knees are bending backwards, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do it this way. It's gonna be easier. like this on the floor. And he just face down. I'm gonna rotate his head a little bit like this, so his face doesn't accidentally come into. We have this little going back, which I don't think now works as much as I thought it was gonna. I think having the camera stop dead in its tracks, as the character does, might be a cool thing. Hello, camera. Camera, I select you. Which camera is this? Camera 10. Select. Yes. Why are you not? Why can I not select you? You're here. Oh, I'm still in post mode. I always forget this. So you move here, and I'm guessing. Yeah, I just made this with a. Let's just make this. Oh wait, yeah, it has to be this one, right? Come on. Not bounce. Keep it. Have it when is he on the floor here? Yeah. Let's see here. Let me first and all have only the rotation here. Let's have these SBZs. Whoa. I want the camera to be a little bit more kind of. Although I did say that I kind of want to have a delay with the camera moving, with the character moving, so that the camera, so the character has to move first, basically, so that it looks like the camera is following the character, not vice versa. And then we can just do a little bit more. I think it can end a little bit softer, like this. Yes, now it's like camera is. I don't like it how it is now. It's like, I made this by accident like this, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna get you now. Because this animation worked out better than I thought it would. Right, nice. See, this is a new version. This already looks nice, right? All right. Let's start on 1294 here. Camera is placed perfectly, it seems. And 337. Oh no. It's a lead number though. There we go. Gonna disable our cameras again because this kind of clumps up the shot. Almost there. You can see here, if I select my rig, Because here we... Although it seems like we're not even halfway. Did I say we're halfway? Ha 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 ha. We're not. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. We can do this. Like, when did we start animating? Like two streams ago. So this should take like 2 or 3 streams more, and 2 or 3 streams more for to clean it up. Yeah, we can do this. Keep being motivated. I just want to reset the position here. Just want to have the character in this position here, down here. It kind of has to look like he's laying down, right? So move his knees down. Just gonna move everything out of frame here. I mean, I could already pose him for the next shot. That would make things a lot easier. But I think the framing comes before. So we have him coming up here. It's also just selecting bones and pressing Alt RG so that everything is in its default position. Oh. This eye position over here. Let's see what this looks like in rendered. Kind of looks defeated. Kind of rotate this a little bit to emphasize. Can you maybe move the address just down so it looks a little bit droopier? Have him look a little bit more towards the camera so we see a little more of that happening. Increase the size of his nose for some reason. Looks fine. And maybe we can have him a little bit more straight. Maybe it looks a little bit up. The same expression. And let's see what's happening here. I think it makes more sense that he turns his head in this shot, because then we see the dog, and then he turns his head. Now that I think about it, this is quite a lengthy shot, so we have time to do that. But it's like, if he turns his head here, we don't know why he turned his head, right? All right. let's do this. So let's try this out. Delete. And let's go to 1442 or 3, I think. Yes, perfect. Save this. And now to our favorite to animate character. The dog. So I'm just gonna go. He has a sleeping pose here, right? So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna copy the keyframes instead of the pose because I didn't animate all the bones, and I want to keep it a little bit clean. So I'm gonna just copy the keyframes. I'm gonna get over here and paste them. Cool. Now he's just in the same position, sleeping again. Now I'm gonna close the eyes. The mouth. Maybe he's dreaming something nice. See that this is all, yeah, okay. Gotta check how this looks, and that looks pretty good. Maybe it should be a little bit more like over here. Oh, something like this. Just trying to find the right pose. Alright, so we have him like framed up nicely, and then our boy Wonder over here. We kind of want in this position, maybe a little bit closer, even that we don't have to animate him coming. Of course, now we kind of have to animate the feet correctly. So he was on his knees, on his bee's knees, because he's the bee's knees. It's gonna be a little bit. Where's his knee? There we go. Poof. Bring his knee down. Let me have a little bit more of this childish pose, right? Sure, his knees are. Yeah, let's move his knees a little bit outward. Straighten him up a little bit. The shoulders slouched because he's sad. Let's just reset his head position. Maybe already kind of rotate him a little bit so that we don't have to over animate. And then the interesting thing happens. So here he starts walking, so I think it would be nice to actually have him look here. Kind of rotate his entire body. I don't want to make him look down. Not sure why his hand is in such a weird position. So let's fix that here. Oh, let's not break his arms just yet. That might be. Of course, he's looking with fascination, so he's like, His eyes are opening again. He's looking straight at the dog. Da-da-bow! Poof! Sorry, I had a conference call for work. It's okay, man. Aw, you already have to go? Yeah. You'll miss the most exciting part of this show. The last half hour, where I'll do the exact same thing I've been doing. Maybe I overdid the eyelids a little bit. Let's reset their position. Just a little bit. It's been looking suspiciously like Something's up with that dog. Well, no, doesn't quite fit the character. It's like maybe. Maybe we can have this go a little bit up, so he's kind of like. His nose is going like crazy. Like what? I smell something. Why my name is in red color? I don't know. I don't see your name in red color. Is your name on the red color in the YouTube page? Let me check. Let's go to Bandai. Oh, look, live now. Cool. I have one dislike. Who gave me a dislike? Just kidding. Well, your name is not in red color. Maybe you see your own name in red color. I see mine in yellow because I'm the owner, or maybe it's just to see my own messages. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what it is. WDYM. What do you mean? Oh, hey, Pix. You overslept me. What do I mean with what? Or are you talking to Shiva? Like that's the thing. Like in the stream window, I can't see the dislikes, but I went to my own video and I saw somebody disliked my video, which I never got the dislike thing, because the like is just like, okay, so many people like it, but I guess that it doesn't reflect on how many people dislike it. Of course, it's a good like for bigger channels, you can kind of see which videos are better and worse. But I think a comment saying what they dislike about a video is way much more better feedback, actually. Like, or maybe if you press the dislike button, that you can get a prompt like, what didn't you like about the video? Like, if you don't like something about these streams or about the video, let me know in the comments. Like, I always want to improve the stream for you guys. Of course, it's not always gonna be everybody's 2 cents. But I'm trying my best, of course. I'm just gonna copy a post from somewhere here. Where is he already standing up once? Like here, yeah. I'm just gonna copy the arms and the hands here. There we go. And the knees as well. And the foot. Okay, gonna copy this pose, and I think like the back as well, right? Copy this pose, and go here, and then just paste it. So it kind of gets up here. I just liked the video and it removes it, but you still have 12, and I pressed like again. Now I have just liked your video 2 times. Cool, keep liking it. Hey Robert, 2 months later. I don't know what you mean, but yeah. We're kind of a little bit further now. It kind of looks over. I want to have this real time, right? We kind of want to give this time to move the focus. I'm just gonna move all these keyframes, like, and pull, and he kind of out of focus gets up. I kind of want to make this. Oops, I broke his arm here. Does that make sense? I think like kind of convey that's there a little bit, so I don't have to fit it too much about. It makes more sense, like maybe Just put it over here. Yeah. Animation. Great, now it's not letting me. Oh no! Yeah, a small joke. Yeah, animation takes a long time. Like, if you would like see what I do during the streams, how much time it takes, animation is definitely a big part. Like, I'm even just blocking it out. And although I'm gonna keep it to some kind of block level, because refining the animations is gonna take too much time, and I don't wanna... Okay. And now I just want him. Zombie time. Let's bring him a little bit back into a default position. Whoops. There we go. Somebody said something about a pose library last time, and I'm starting to feel why maybe it would have made sense. Like for certain, like he's stepping somewhere or something. I know I'd put him sneaking, but I think the character would... I mean, I know how to do a sneak animation. Like the weird thing is, the sneaking is the one thing I've animated most. Because this is not actually my first short I made. I'm kind of hesitant of sending this to you guys, but like this must have been 4 or 5 years ago. Me and 2 mates made a small short, but I can show it to you. Why not? Let me look for it. What was this? Come on. I'm kinda... Wait, I know how to get there. I have this old video about me making Pikachu in Blender, and now there's so many because of Detective Pikachu. There it is. Yeah, one of my first Blender videos. Wasn't actually on this channel. I got a lot of views though. Then in here, yeah, there it is. So I will put this in the chat, and you can see my first short I ever made. First 3D short. That should just go to, whoops. I hope I didn't end the stream by accident. No, okay, cool. I'm still online, aren't I? Yeah, oh, Shiva's gone, okay. So yeah, I'm still... Am I still... No, the stream is not end. Okay, cool. I don't know how this new system works. Setting a little bit of a... his arms. Let's have him. Where is this eye location? Is this his eye location? No. Oh, he's looking at the dog. Okay, so that's correct. Let's just have his head a little bit more tilted towards him then. Let's see how this looks. So I think I just want to move the feet around. It's gonna make more sense because it kind of pushes off with this foot first. Yeah, I kind of maybe want to... Don't want to put something in between. Yeah, it's a little bit too big of a leap here. So let's see here. He goes, pushes off with that foot. So this one is gonna go here. Oh boy, it's gonna be a little bit more towards here. I'll try a faster way of doing this. I'm just gonna delete the keyframes on this frame. And then in our, I'm gonna select these. I'm gonna go in here, focus on those. So I'm just gonna put these on linear for a second. I'm gonna go halfway. I'm gonna put in a keyframe. And then I'm just gonna go on constant for everything again. So then I'll have a good base to start off this one. And then we just have to kind of fix the things. Oh, it's gonna make a little bit more sense. Yeah, so I think what I might already do here is have this foot have him a little higher, that he really pushes off with the other foot. Does this make sense from the camera? It kind of does. Just mean you have the heads already kind of in place. Yeah, it works. Now it kind of is the other way around again, where it kind of feels like this is another step he takes. So it's gonna go like, yeah, this makes more sense. So in real time, this is gonna be like a little bit fast. That's what I thought. So, all right. So what do you guys think of my short, huh? After this, I'm gonna look for my Halloween costume. I'm gonna go as Cruella de Vil, like the male version. My girlfriend Julie is actually going as a also as Cruella de Vil, so that'll be exciting. Going as a Cruella de Vil couple. This actually doesn't make much sense. Like this one should be here. So I was gonna reset the knee positions because we're kind of in a bad position here. I think he can be a little bit more forward here, and maybe a little bit. That might be a little bit. Oh yeah, just for this in all the wrong place. So I'm gonna step a little bit more towards the doggo. Let's have this foot maybe already a little bit. Yeah, so this looks more natural. Except that this weight here is a little bit too much to the right, so I'm just gonna move this over. Then this foot here is floating. Okay. Good short film. Thanks, Manny. Yeah, I made this in our last year of graphic design. We could make a 3D animation, but they heavily discouraged us making something with characters, and we just had to animate a dinosaur. But me, Tim, and Niklas, another friend of ours, we said, no, we want to make a something with dinosaur characters. So we kind of kept so we kind of stayed with the briefing, but we were kind of like, yeah, let's not. We stayed with the briefing of animating a dinosaur, but we were like, yeah, we're gonna make our own thing out of it. I think I put the camera here so that we have some leaves in the background. So I'm gonna keep that, but I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so that we have a little bit more leaves in the background. So it's just not the clouds. It's in rendered view. I didn't add the clouds yet. Okay, so that's fine. Save as a new version. Oh, all right. Do a little stretchy. Don't forget to stretch and to drink enough gas. Those are the best habits. The best habits a man can do. Oh yeah. Yeah, I still need a fur coat for my Cruella de Vil though. So that's the biggest. I made a keyframe for this camera, but I don't think. No, it's never animated, so that's fine. I can just delete it. Oop. Oh, all the crazy stuff. Like the objective for this is to make a story you can read, right? It's not my intent to make something like something Healthy would do. Healthy with his amazing animation with the weird creature. Let's see my cameras here, because I mean they were just beyond this. Gonna have to cheat some, so I don't know why I play. Well, the camera's kind of placed weird, but that's fine. Kind of what I'm looking over here. Okay, let's go. Let's start him off with like a little bit of a investigative look. Who provided the music for your short film? Nobody, there's no music yet. I will probably write it myself. I'm a bit of a musician, you see. I do the music and stuff. So maybe I'm gonna move the keyframes here a little bit. Although wait. I am just gonna copy the keyframes here, and then over here I'm just gonna have him come into frame first. That seems a bit weird. Let's have this in real time so I can see what's happening. Oh, that's a bit fast. I'm gonna put another I'm gonna just copy the keyframes here and put them here again, and just fake it till you make it. There we go. Oh, come on, start playing for me. That's a bit fast. This is a very short shot. And here it doesn't seem like he's look like. What? Constant. Let's see this in real time. This seems a little bit too on the nose. So, well, not on the nose, but a little bit too timed. So I'm gonna go and move some keyframes around. For instance, he can stand up a little bit quicker. And then have this paced slower. Because you don't want to be everything on the same beat. You kind of want to play around with the multi-talented. I wouldn't say that. Like, I always say, I mean, people have said like, make your hobby your job, and you don't have to work a day in your life. And that's kind of true. Like 3D was really a hobby, and then I kind of made it into a job, which is nice. But then I decided to do piano and guitar on the side, so that I have something to do not looking at a screen. So, but I'm not that amazing at them. I can play some open chords. I mean, I can play some open chords, some jazz chords, and play some pop songs, some Elton John songs. I really like playing Elton John. Like on the piano, I'm more skilled on the piano. I've been doing piano like for 10 years now, I think, or longer, 15 years, I think. Yeah, holy cows, it's only been 15 years. And just like, because if you're doing 3D the entire day at work and you come home, you don't want to do 3D anymore. So, and now I kind of, as a child, went to, well, as a teenager, I went to music school. I think this kind of also looks weird. I think it can kind of still be a little bit more down like this, yeah. Yeah, so now the timing is a bit better, so standing up is faster, but also, let me go, this is, so let me just go to the start of the shot, because I kind of want to see what's going on here. So, looks over, stands up, yeah, so it works a bit better. The only thing is that I kind of want to move this. Yeah, and then I think I kind of want to make what comes after this. Let's see here. This is, yeah, I kind of want to make the shot a little bit longer. So what we're gonna do again. Come on, Tool A. Yeah, okay. Just select the cameras here. Move this. Move them here. I want to double the shot length, yeah. Then we go to the start of this shot and the new end of this shot. All right. I kind of want to put in another emotion in here. So this is just him coming up, and then here it's going to look deaf. He's like, dog. He kind of now like sees the cup and he's like, are the eyes fully open? No. Right, so it's like, the timing is a bit off. Not sure how though. In this shot, yeah, it's maybe a little bit lower. It kind of has to look at the same thing, but no. In real time, it looks like. That's so too fast. I'm gonna move the shot even further. Yeah, something like this, and then move all our keyframes a little bit like this, and in real time it's going to be like, yeah, the idea is what I put in the storyboard already is that over here you first focus on the kid. And then at the moment he looks at the dog, this area where nothing is happening is meant to be a focus pull to the dog. So we're going to shift focus from the kid to the dog. So kind of also help the audience look at the dog and such. And then we have this shot where it's animated, but of course we need to kind of rekey that shot. I didn't think about that, but yeah, that needs to happen. So I'm gonna enable my cameras again, and over here I'm gonna move, I think here. Just to be clear that there's a cup of water there, so I don't know where I put this. There's a cup is here somewhere, right? Where did I put that in? Did I? Props. Grass. Why is there a grass collection? It's empty. Cool. So we can put the cup over here. Let's see here. No, it's gonna be over here. And maybe even we'll have a drop animated to go into the cup. Or maybe not. Maybe that will be too much. Or like a cup coming from, a drop coming from the cup. Oh, holy moly. I'm back! It's going great, it's going great. We're moving forward, so. For the rest, this is going to be an easy shot. Like, I think maybe the dog looks a bit too. I think this ear can be a bit more down to kind of emphasize that he's not a too happy dog. And we don't want to create weird tangents. I think the camera moves a bit too far. We just want to convey that. That the dog is still there, right? So I still have everything nicely in frame. That looks good. Can I have this maybe in the middle of the shot even? Yeah, I think this way more subtle pull. Like, I think people will focus on the cup. Maybe we'll give the cup another color just to jump out a little bit better. And then the camera goes to the dog. No, I don't see why it has to be a broken cup. I mean, we can give it a crack to maybe give that a little bit more a visual interest so that people might look at it sooner. Because let me see. I mean, the lighting will help if we brighten up the cup here a little bit. Oh, come on. I think maybe rotate it a little bit. Look, it kind of makes sense that it's like this. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. Now the camera moves. Oh, don't animate the cup. It's my fault, really, but. And then the camera goes from here to here. There we go. All right, good. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna watch the animation. Let's go. How far we've come. All right, everybody ready? Here goes nothing. Boy walks up. He comes to the tree and he's like, "Oh, there's a hiding spot here." I was really lazy on that shot. And he's like sitting down. Suddenly he's like, "Huh? What do I hear?" And he's like, "Oh, there's a little doggy." Maybe he comes into the shot a little bit too drastic. And the dog's like, "Huh, boy's scared." Like the fact that we are efficiently conveying emotions here is really nice to see. So the rig is kind of doing its job. I think the scared can have a little bit of work. His toe is kind of keyed there, mistakenly. But yeah, it's kind of clear what's happening, so that's nice. So we're getting there. Yeah, we don't see anything in that shot because the emitter is a... so that's already nice. Yeah. And he walks up to the dog. He sees the cup. Might even lengthen that shot, but yeah, we've come quite far. So, this is already the animation that we have. So, as I'm gonna keep this playing in the background, I'm gonna go and pull my overlay. I did make one mistake this week. No. Alright, so, so I want to thank all my loyal patrons for supporting me. Do remember in the description is my Patreon if you want to keep this alive and want to support me more. The more support I get, the more streams I can do, the more projects we can do together. Yeah, the nicer it's gonna be. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching. Keep in mind my Patreon is patreon.com/bandites, and you can find me on Twitter on gentingent. If you want to ask me something, you can always leave a comment down below. I'm always checking comments. I'm always trying to respond. I've like the channel's been like really blowing up these last couple of weeks, as well with comments and views and stuff. So I'm really grateful for everybody like joining the channel again after it's been kind of on a hiatus for a year. But yeah, thanks for watching. Do remember to subscribe and press the bell button if you want to see more videos or be notified when I'm streaming. And yeah, keep your 3Ds in the third dimension. I don't know. I don't have an outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.